Hi, my name is Kaylaspence. Today I'm going to be talking about where you can get books from for low prices.
Ever since I met you, all you talk about is yourself, your clothes, your boyfriends, whatever superficial shit you think is so fucking important. Sorry, I'm no longer interested.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Kaylaspence. If this is your first time, welcome to the Honey Girl book channel. If it's not, welcome back. If you want to watch my other channel, Honeygirlculture, where I talk about people and TV shows, you can follow that. I'll be in the link in the description box below. Let's get into the video. Now, as you can tell behind me, I have a lot of books. It's a little bit of an obsession. I think I've bought in over 100 books this year. I know it's a little like what, but I have. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, I have rearranged this shelf like a million times, and you would notice I'm always having new books coming. I have new books that are coming today. So it's literally insane. I'm shooting this video on October 20th, 2021. I will be showing some books that are on the sites that I'll be talking about today. I want to let you know it takes me about a day to edit these videos because the recording time isn't that long. So the day that you watch this video, those books are currently on the site. I just want to let you guys know that. Today, like I said, I'll be talking about where to get cheap books from. I buy a lot of books. Most of these books I get for cheap, and I'm a thrift buyer, meaning that all the books that I get are used by somebody else. Most of the books, I buy new books occasionally. It depends on if they're new releases or if they're exclusive editions. But most of the time, the books that I buy are indeed thrifted. I'm a big advocate for thrifting because, first of all, support your local bookstores. I think that is important. I do still get books from Barnes, but it has to be like a new book. But if it's not a new book, I'm not going to Barnes & Nobles because Barnes & Nobles will charge you $18 for a book that came out like 5 years ago. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So I would usually go to a thrift store, or I'll try to find it online and see if I can find it. Go to independent bookstores. They are usually cheaper than other bookstores. And if you don't want to do that, I say go to Amazon. Amazon does sell books for cheap prices. So I have a bunch of stores that I go to. So I will talk about each individual one, what I've gotten there, how much have they costed, and yada, yada, yada. So let's get into it. First bookstore we're going to talk about today is Abe's Books. Is a online store. You can't go to them, like there's no store anywhere. They're specifically online, and they mostly cater to first editions of like rare books like the Harry Potters, or just anything from books from like the 1800s to now. They have a wide selection of books. They sell current to old books. Abe's Books is the perfect place to go to if you are looking for a first edition of anything. Some first editions on their site are very affordable. I'm talking around we're looking at 10 to 60 bucks for modern day first editions. If you're trying to get something that's a little bit harder to get, for instance, if you're trying to buy the Harry Potters, so just to give you an example, to buy all 7 Harry Potters first edition on Abe's Books, it costs upwards to $100,000 for all of them. It's not really, the only deal that you're getting from that is the Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and Prisoner of Azkaban, because when those books came out, J.K. Rowling was not J.K. Rowling, so there was only a small amount of prints. Once she got to Half-Blood Prince down to Deathly Hallows, those are very easy to find. So it's the perfect place to buy first editions. I would say there are a bunch of sellers on the site. There's different bookstores around the world that you can actually go to, and they may live in the town where you live in, and they also sell books on Abe's Books. I would say the perfect place to get books on Abe's Books, if you want a recommendation, is HPB Emerald. Anytime I buy from Abe's Books, that's where I get mine from, because they sell all the popular books, and they're free shipping, and they give you a good price. So just to give you an example, I'm going to show you some books that I've bought from Abe's Books so far and how much I paid for them. So I'm back. I know the pom-pom's gone, but I had to move a book that was holding it down. So I have all the books right here. Let me show you guys that I got from Abe's Books. So I'm going to show you what I got and how much I paid for them. So I got this from Abe's Books. I got this book in the mail, I think, a couple weeks ago. This is a signed first edition of Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. There's her signature. I paid, I believe, $30 for this. This book came out, let me see when it came out. This book came out 2016 and it's a signed edition. That's a very good price for a book that came out so long ago and signed. Now, you can find Glass Sword practically anywhere. You can find them for as low as $30. I paid $30 for this, so it actually was a good price. And I got this from the seller HPB Emerald on the Abe's Books site. Realm Breaker, it is a little bent, as you can see. I was trying to fit it back there yesterday and I accidentally bent it, so I'm gonna try to bend it back into place. But it did not come like this bended. It came in this condition. This is a signed first edition of Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. If we open it up, here is her signature right here. This book cost me $40. This book is, you can get this book for lower also. At the time when I bought this, it was the cheapest that was online, but more have gone for sale. And you can go to Mercari or eBay or anywhere else and pay upwards to $20 to $30 for it. So it is quite affordable. So if you want one, I say get it. What I got was Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. I'm wanting to collect all the first edition Vampire Academy books for a while now. I bought this one in Spirit Bound, which is over there. I don't want to get it right now. It was not a first edition and I ordered a first edition. So I'm going to put on the screen who I bought this from. I would say don't buy first editions from them because it was one book that it said was a first edition. Actually two. I bought New Moon and Spirit Bound that were supposed to be first editions. And they were not. I think I paid $6 for this and it was free shipping. I got was Twilight. Though this is a first edition Twilight, but this is a special Scholastic edition. So it is a first edition technically, but I don't think it's like a true first edition. I paid, with shipping and handling and everything, it was $15. How do I know it's a first edition? Well, if you open it up, every book has a copyright page. And if you look at this copyright page, you see how there's number line 10-1. And it literally says first edition, September 2005. So this is a Scholastic edition, first edition, but it isn't like the raw first edition. Those are the only things that I bought from Abe's Books. I would say they're the perfect place to go if you're looking for first editions. Most people will show you the copyright page of what a first edition looks like. If you want to know what a first edition looks like, I don't want to explain it right now, but I will tag a link in the description box below to a website that will let you know how to tell a first edition from a non-first edition. But that's Abe's Books. Shipping wise, their books come within a week and a half of purchasing. All the bookstores they have books. You can get books from the UK, you can get books from America. These are sellers from all over the world. Most of the books that I bought have been from America. If you do buy a book from the UK, most of the time the shipping, everybody has different shipping methods. So some people will have free shipping. Some people will have like $2 for shipping, $4, which is the average price for shipping and handling. But if you pay from the UK, usually they will have shipping up to like $25. Most of the time when you buy books on the site, like for instance, if you pop on there, you'll see a book for $5. You're like, oh my God, $5. But the shipping sometimes will be like $15. So you have to look out for that. But if you buy books overseas, most likely they're going to make you pay a hefty amount of cash for shipping and handling. Just letting you know that. Let's move on to our second store. It's Albrius. So I think I pronounced it right. It's Albrius. Albrius is a bookstore online. I don't believe they have a store that you can go to in person. Not only can you buy books from them, you can also buy textbooks. So if you're in college and you don't have enough money to pay for these textbooks, you can go to Albrius. They sell them also. I don't know if they're up to date with, I know like for college there's like certain editions, so you have to check on that. But they do sell textbooks. They sell books new and old. They sell used books, and they also sell rare books. Albrius is the perfect place to go for books that are usually more expensive from other locations. So for instance, if we're talking L. Kennedy, let me give my L. Kennedy books. So I have my L. Kennedys. Now you will notice that I don't have the deal right now. That's because I'm reading it and it's on the floor. But these are all the Elle Kennedys I have. I have the Mistake, the Score, the Goal, the Legacy, the Chase, the Play, and the Dare. The only one I don't have is the Risk, and like I said, the Dare is down there. The reason I don't have the Risk is because I couldn't find it anywhere, but because it's pretty pricey. Elle Kennedy books are, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but they are a little bit expensive in a sense of like, most of these books came out 2015, right? And so usually when a book has been out for a long period of time, they will usually decrease in price. So for instance, Midnight Sun was $28 when it came out. Now you can get it for as low as $13. But you have to understand this, Elle Kennedy does not belong with like a publishing company. And how you can tell is if you open up the book to her copyright page, you will see how there's no number line. There is no publisher present. That means she most likely is a self-publisher. I'm not 100% on that. I'll see if I can find it online and I'll put it in there, yes or no, but I believe she's a self-publisher. So when authors self-publish, they will usually sell their books for an extreme amount of money, because as much money as they put in, they have to get that money out so they can make more books. And that's the case with Elle Kennedy and I believe Elise Kova. These books, if you get them from Target, they're like $13 each. If you get them from Amazon, they're at least like $16. There are a few people sometimes online, they will sell the bundles, but most of the bundles that I saw are all sold out on most of the book sites. But if you want to get these books for cheap, I say go to Albrius. So I'm going to show you the books that I got from Albrius. The last two books, the Dare and the Play, I got these from Goodwill. I'll be talking about Goodwill later on in this video, but I got the deal. Let me give you the deal. I got the deal on Albrius for $6. This was the only one they had for $6. I think right now the cheapest is like $7. And then I got the Mistake, the Score, the Goal, and I got the Legacy for $11 because this book just came out this year. And I got the Chase for, I believe, $8 to $9. That is the cheapest I've ever seen Elle Kennedy books online. And I know you're wondering, like, Kayla, why didn't you pay the $13 for it? Here's the thing. If a book came out, like The Deal, for instance, came out in 2015, I'm not going to pay full price. I'm not going to pay $17. That's the price. $17 and $18 is a price of a new book that just came out that year, right? So for instance, if you go to Barnes & Nobles and you purchase Crave, you're going to pay probably $18 for it, right? Because the book's been out for a year and a half. So when you're paying for new books, you're going to pay full price. But I'm not going to pay over $18 for The Deal when the book came out in 2015. So if you want any of the off-campus books for cheap prices, I suggest that you go to Albrius. Anything else that I bought I bought Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. It is the graphic novel. I bought that graphic novel for $8. The cool thing about it was actually signed, and they didn't mention that it was signed by her until I got it in the mail. So I got an $8 signature, and that book is old. It came out like 2012, and it was a book signing because it was personally signed to a girl named Dee. So that was kind of cool. Albrius is the best place to go to get practically any book, any used book, any old book, any new book. In my personal opinion, it's the best place to go. So if you want your Elle Kennedys for cheap, I say go to Albrius. The books come, like I said, within a week and a half. You can track it on the site. They'll send you confirmation and everything. They'll let you know when the order is confirmed. They are very reliable. Everything I've ordered has come on time, has come in great condition. Let's go into the next store.
Ever since I met you, all you talk about is yourself, your clothes, your boyfriends, whatever superficial shit you think is so fucking important. Sorry, I'm no longer interested.
I don't know about everyone else, but I miss the old cat. You know, the one who had a sense of humor and wasn't a fucking cunt.